Hello friends! Today I'm going to tell you about our new game Meteor Shower. Objective of the game. The purpose of the game is to be the first to build a continuous line, curve, polygonal, straight, of meteorites from the starting point to the opposite side of the playing field. To do this, players move the stones on the board, called meteorites, to the cells they need. Initially, there are no meteors on the board. They will fall during the game when you play the dice. Setup. So, select the game board on which you want to play the game. A small game board, 6x6, or a large game board, 12x12. This will determine the time it takes to complete the game. For a 6x6 board, it will take 15 to 30 minutes, and for a 12x12 board, it will take about 90 minutes. For a 6x6 board, use 2d6 dice. For a 12x12 board, use 2d12 dice. Let's move on. Place the player's rovers on the starting points. The cells are color-coded on the board. Gameplay. Choose which player will move first, for example, by using a number dice. Whoever has the highest number will move first. Each cell on the game board has its own coordinates. Numbers indicate horizontal, letters, vertical. Players take turns. During their turn, each player has the choice of either rolling the dice to make a new meteorite fall or moving a Mars rover chip across the board. If a player chooses to roll the dices, a black stone is placed on the cell with the coordinate that has been rolled on the dice. This is a neutral stone that can be moved by both players. If the player chooses to move the Mars rover, he moves his Mars rover using one of the 4 trajectories shown on the game board. The rover can follow these trajectories in any direction. The Mars rover can move both empty and carrying a meteorite. This does not affect its trajectory. To load the meteorite onto the rover, it is necessary to stand on the cell with the stones that the player plans to pick up. Loading takes place in the same turn. The first stone is unloaded into the starting cell of the corresponding player. It is forbidden to unload a stone on the opponent's starting cell. To unload a meteorite, it is necessary to stand on the desired cell and unload the stone. Unloading takes place in the same turn. While the rover is carrying a stone, this player is not allowed to roll the dice. The process of unloading is taken into account as a separate move if the player does not need to transport the stones but needs to put them on the rover and unload on the same cell. As you can see, stones can be unloaded in any cell, even if it is separated from the line built by the player. Moved meteorites cannot be moved again, nor can 2 meteorites be transported at the same time. The stones can fall on any cell, including those that already have stones. If a meteorite falls on a cell where there is a rover, no matter whose, the player must re-roll the dice. You cannot stand on a cell where 2 or more meteorites have fallen. These stones are not available for loading. Rovers cannot stand on the same cell, nor can a rover move through a cell where another rover is standing, and a rover cannot move on stones, only stand on a cell with a stone to load. Opponents can interfere with each other's lines. An obstacle that breaks the opponent's line is a stone placed on the wall or in the intersection between the cells. This stone locks all the tangent cells that touch the wall or intersection. To drop a stone on the wall or intersection, you need to stand in the cell adjacent to them and drop it by placing it on the wall or intersection. After unloading, the black stone is replaced by a stone of the color of the player who unloaded it. It is impossible to pick up stones from the walls or intersection twice. If the stone lies at the intersection or wall of the cells and the adjacent cells are empty, the rover can move over them. Scoring. If the meteorites have covered the board so that none of the players can pass through and complete the construction of their line, then the game ends. In this case, the meteorites in each player's line are counted. The one who built the longest line wins. If the number of stones in the line is the same for both players, it is a draw. If one of the players is suddenly blocked by a stone, meteorite, or the opponent does it with her stone, and there is no way for the rover to make a move, then the game ends and the players count the lengths of the lines built, winning the game. If one of the players has completed the construction of a line from the starting cell to the opposite side, the game ends. The winner is the first to build a line, curve, polygonal, straight. Use the promo code QUEEN20YT and get a 20% discount on any of our game. To order, go to the site. Link in the description to the video. Well guys, if you liked it, subscribe to the channel and leave comments. Bye everyone.